I'm an addict, I'm addicted to the tempo. I twitch like I'm keeping beat to a metronome. 4/4/8/4/16 or more. I quantize to keep you.
I think I found something that I haven't found in the last year. Welcome back to the channel, folks. As you can see, I'm in a new town, new abode, new everything. I'm back in the shed though, even though it hasn't got much of a shed. And I'm working back on the Honda, and the Honda's been really stubborn. I'm gonna persist. This is part one of the VF1000 and its resurrection. Will you see it? Will you see it run perfect in this one? Find out. Welcome back, folks. It's been a while since we've made a tube. I endeavour to come back. As you can see, trusty ute is still going strong, very strong. Now, you can see there's a different house here. We decided to move house. So we've left the house. Yeah, we moved from Stawell to Ballarat. I've taken a few toys with me so we can carry on. So we don't have a garage, and I'll show you what we've got actually. So I've got Susie here and I'm working on a few parts. Just got to get a little bit more brass for another bush, and I want to clean the back end and I'll have it all painted. So we've got a carport, and I still hope to do projects here, car or bike. But here, this is the extent of it. The little garden shed there, I think it's about like 1.5 by 2.5. And nothing desirable, so I prefer to work here. So this is glass, and then I'm working on this Honda, and I've just put new spark plug leads and new iridium plugs in there. So I've got a few tools here. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'm going to go for a roadworthy. This afternoon I'm going to try and fire it up, so that means I've got to go to the gas station to get some fuel because it hasn't got much in it. Just finishing off these spark plugs, put the air cleaner back on. I do have to put the shifter on, but to start it I don't. And what I did here is I improved it, and the pin in there was loose, so I welded it. See there, I welded that bit, so that now there's not much slop, so I can put this back together. That's the shifter for the roadworthy. I think this one's weeping. This fork seal is weeping, so I've got another one. I've got another set. So that wheel has to come out, and while I got the wheel out, I'll be straightening this guard up. See, it's on an angle there, so I'll be pushing that back up, and maybe a few washers under the guard. I don't know why it pushed through. Right, this is a standard airbox. Remember I had trouble finding a clip. I remember I bought one from New Zealand brand new, so that was a win-win for that. And that air cleaner's clean, hasn't hardly done any work. Now you've got to have shoulder screws. And that's the definition of a shoulder screw. Some say shoulder bolt. Oh, a bit of oil. Shoulder bolts go. There's special screws for that. The heads are a bit bung, but anyway. And this one, I made these shoulder bolts, and these are a bit larger. This is the next size up. I think that could be 3 or 4 mil. This is 5 mil, and I turned up a shoulder with a thread inside it, and then I put the washer on there. And that emulates, because I did order them from New Zealand and I paid for them, but they didn't send it. So I thought, oh, I won't say anything. No, they didn't send them. See, there's that one. So that's a 5 mil. So I've made my own. It's got a cap head, Allen key style, and that's they're like that. 8 mil long by 7 mil diameter. So a little bit special, but now I've got a set. So I made my own. Since they didn't send them, I'm not gonna say send them over. So that was a solution. So I've got to assemble all that back in there, and later on this afternoon, see if I can start it. I didn't put the battery on trickle charge, which is a bother, James, but I can use the jump pack to start off with. But there's another job I've got to do, and that's the starter clutch. starter clutch. It weighs at least 2 kilos, this. What it does is it drives the engine. Starter comes out, spring loaded, and grabs onto the gear and spins it, but it doesn't allow the engine to go backwards. And that's why starter clutch, see, it can spin that way. It's on this thing here, so it's making a noise. So it can go that way, but this way it drives. And there's balls in here and it goes on an angle and they grab. Mine is bung. That's that one. I bought that from England off eBay. So she's ready to go on. Mine is a bit bung, so I have to pull the side cover off and do it. And what I'll do, how I'll do that, I'll lean the bike up against the whole fence on an angle so the oil doesn't come out of the side cover. Pull the side cover off. Bingo. Bingo. Bingo pop. Bingo pop. Bingo pop. Bingo pop.
Everybody ring the alarm. Go make we ring the alarm.
I was just going down to Woolworths supermarket and to Bunnings to buy a couple of odds and ends, and I've just come past a car that is pretty half decent. You know, there's Pantina, there's full restorations, but there's no excuse for rust, and this car has got 0 rust. Now I don't know what car it is, keep walking, but it looks like something like an Oldsmobile. Those wheels there, they're called banded Steelies. Steelies. Looks like a Buick. My guess, it's a Buick Riviera, but it could be an Oldsmobile. What does it say on the side? Oh, it's a Riviera. Yeah, I was right. So no doubt about it. Hold the steering wheel inside and the dashboard. That was the VSU with an 8 mate. The main reason why the tube material hasn't come, you always got to have material to push out there. Moving house and here with no garage, and I started a new job, 12-hour shifts. I was a bit short in a few areas and rough winter, so now I think we can get our projects happening again, and I can do it from here, folks. I can do it from here. What's over the road, folks? It's not a bad area, please. It's nice. Just sneaking out to the gas station, fuel station, and get some fuel for the Honda, because the Honda's all ready to go. Just got to see how, so brand new plugs and leads, it might just fire up because it's been tuned, bang like that. I want it starting on the button. Right, let's go. Bit of rannings. So this is like a VR ute. I think it's a VR, or it could be a VS. And I didn't get the arrow. So that was, he was off in a hurry, that one. We're off to 7-Eleven. So we'll get the fuel for the car and the motorbike all in one purchase. And we'll put in 5 litres. There we go. It's a splash for society. Lock it up. Yeah, I'll just see if it leaks out the back. If it does, I'll prop it up anyway. No, it doesn't come out anyway. Oh, that's better. There we go. And of course, got good seals. See their front locator seals? I've got new ones of those. I've got the back seal there, so everything's correct at the time of filming. Right, I've got the fuel and I'm off back home. Put the air cleaner box on, put the jump pack on the battery, and then throw the tank on, and I think I'm going to crank it. Why not? to go. It's raining and it's about 7 degrees. Doesn't feel that bad though, does it? Yeah. Right, got the Honda here and changing out the starter clutch. Where is it? Yeah, this is the one I bought in the UK on eBay. Beautiful. You can pull them apart and they've got 3 balls in them that fling out and it grabs. So that's the one I've got to change. I've had that out and that's a dog mate. Someone's been there before. So I've just leant the bike over on the fence so the oil drops out there and you don't lose any. And cleaned it up. Gasket's okay. So this one comes out here. Now this one's loose because that sits on there. And that spins on there. That's for the starter clutch, stutch. Stutch. So that's a brand new starter motor I've got in there, and then that cog sits on there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got a chain under here. I think that's the oil pump. Right, and we'll pull this one off. I've just pulled the big bolt out of there, and he comes out like that. Now let's see. Seems like it's okay, but you'll soon see. Let me put this one on. Have to cut that tie off. Then I'll put it on there. Attaching the battery jump pack. Got a new battery, but I didn't have it on trickle charge. So I'm going to try and start it. I think I found something that I haven't found in the last year. I'll just tell you the couple of little jobs I've got to still do. The side stand is a bit wobbly. It's the end of it's like that. It should be straightened up. I'll take that off, take it to work and straighten it. I have to do the fork seal on the left and the guard. Other than that, it's pretty good. There's a rear brake sticking a bit. Just about to give it a big test out now. Okay? Big tusty. Hooking the battery up. Jump pack. I think I found something. The starter clutch has got a centre pot mark directly on the crankshaft, and I never had it lined up. That's why I'd probably never run. And that starter clutch, that's where the pickup coils reads it. So I reckon that was the problem the whole time. But success. Didn't have a side stand. All right, here we go. Spins over way better. That's a new starter clutch. I don't know if it's got any fuel. Gee, it's never sounded as good before, but hasn't fired yet. Got oil pressure. The run's on. Headlight works. High beam, low beam, indicators, passing. No, it hasn't fired. So I've got this workshop service manual from Honda. I put all new spark plug leads and iridium plugs in there. So I've got to see. Oh, here it shows you clearly which one goes where. So the left one goes there, the right one at the back goes the second one, and these ones, I would say they should be the same. Oh, I think it's going to start. Put the book away. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's going to be fun, this. Probably just need a bit of fuel up. Let's have a look. Smells a bit of fuel, doesn't it? Sounds like it's running on 2 spark plugs. When I rev it, it goes out. So. Back ones are not working. Back cylinder's not working. That's running on 2 cylinders. Alright, so just looking in the manual here. So it's running on 2 cylinders. So here I noticed that the 2 back spark plugs go to the right and left. That one, it's the left, see there? Put new leads on it, and that's the right. And it's the back 2 cylinders that are not working. Got the igniters at the back here. Well, it's a brand new wiring harness, so I can't question any of that. See these? That's one igniter. And then there's the other one. They're different plugs, so you can't get them wrong. So that's that igniter. Sun shining my eyes, and beautiful warm weather, 22 degrees here in Durham. And I dropped my Vinny off at Ace Motorcycles here, and they repaired it, new battery, and they tuned the carburetors, got all the lights working, and it's getting an MOT, and I'll pick it up Tuesday afternoon. Vinny, the VF1000's back from the shop. What they did is seat the carbs. I think the pickup coils were no good. What they found is it does run, but after it warms up, the front 2 cylinders jump off. So it might be the igniter or the pickup coils. And the starter clutch is like a sprag clutch. It goes one way and it releases in the other way. I think that's a bit dicky as well. So it's a major setback, 440 pounds, and they diagnosed it. They got the wiring going, just little things that I didn't have time to do, basically. So what I've got to do, I've had a look on the internet. I have to buy some pickup coils, a spray clutch, and I don't know about the igniter at the moment, or we'll just see how things work. On there and put some on here. All right, let's get in. Oh yeah, they'll love that. Too close. You filming him? Hope you enjoyed the video. So that's where we leave it now on the Honda. We'll get into the next episode and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into the little gremlins of the Honda. We're here in Ballarat on the dividing range here. It's the coldest part of Victoria, but we love it.
I'm an addict, I'm addicted to the tempo. I twitch like I'm keeping me